Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to cover over some update info for things going on this week in PSO2 NGS. Now, if you look behind me, I'm going to go ahead and mention that Randomite is still currently in the game. You can see that this Randomite orb behind me. You want to make sure that you go around and break all of these. This is actually set in spawn locations around the Redum region. Now, there's actually a map that you can see on the screen here, and this comes from the wonderful people at makapo.com. This is a JP fan-based website showing all the set locations for the Randomite across the Redum region. So you want to make sure that you go out there and hit all these. It's all the little yellow dots there represent places where the Randomite would be. I'm going to leave a link in the video description below from makapo.com so you can access this map yourself, or you can just pause the screen on the map when I showed it too, either way. So we do have a Stellar Grace recovery operation in all regions happening coming up this week. Now this is actually something that should happen like every other day throughout the week. And basically like around like 10 or 11 o'clock Eastern time, something like that, if I remember correctly, we should actually have the Stellar Graces like fall down from the sky. And then you have like a 24-hour duration where you go gather those up. And if it's anything like the previous ones that we had before, there's around 30 of them, and I think it's like you can collect like 7 per region or something like that. They didn't really give us a lot of details here on the page, but that's what some of the previous ones was like. And you want to make sure that you go out there and just collect all these Stellar Graces. They look like this little pod right here that you can see a picture of on the screen. Now you want to make sure that you go out there and just grab these and open them, because you can actually get like star gems and rare materials and stuff like that from them. Hopefully they'll actually have like some pretty neat stuff that got hidden in this time around. They say here on the website that we'll be able to actually get like growth mints and arms front or 2 from them as well. So that's definitely nice. Now, something else that's pretty cool about it too is during the Stellar Grace period, you actually get like a rare drop rate boost from this too. So there's actually like a buff that comes from collecting these. And like the following day, as long as like there was enough collected from all the players and everything, you actually get like an increased buff the next day too. Now, I did want to point out that's actually probably going to be like your best time to grab up the Randomite that's scattered around the map too. You want to make sure that you do it the day after the Stellar Graces, that way so you have that extra buff from the Stellar Grace period. So I did also want to mention we are going to be having a headline coming up soon. That's going to be coming up on January 30th on Tuesday morning. We're actually going to be having another headline. So hopefully they'll show us some pretty cool info. I'm imagining that they're probably going to be showing us like the Kavaris region coming back again, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. We should hopefully find out some good stuff coming in there. So we do currently have a new limited time quest that's been added to the game this week. Now it's not exactly new, I guess you would say. It's kind of more like recycled content. This is actually an updated version of the Next Vera urgent quest that we've had before. But you fight like a Gigantics version of the Next Vera inside of there. You fight a Malevolent Next Vera inside of there. You can actually get some pretty good rewards inside of here too, like the Flugelguard weapons can drop in there. And you can also get some of those winner scratch tickets in there too. You want to make sure you at least do one run of it, because you, as you can see there in the first clear reward, you actually get 10 of those winner scratch tickets. Now as well, every time you clear it, you also get 30,000 seasonal points. So it's a little bit of an okay quest. This is kind of sad that it's recycled content, but it has been a while since we've actually fought it, so I guess that's not too bad. So we do have an AC scratch that got added this week, and that's the NGS Accessory Revival. Now this is a revival scratch that revived a ton of NGS accessories. It's actually got some really good stuff in here. First, I'm going to point out in the bonus scratch here, like majority of the stuff that's in here, you can actually purchase from player shops. When it comes to like this Photon Crown 2, for example, or they brought back the boobas, like the booba accessory, you can see like a lot of this stuff can actually be purchased via the player shops. So if you're scratching on this and you don't need these, you can actually just sell them, or if you're wanting to get these but you don't want to scratch, you can just purchase them from Reseta. So definitely keep that in mind. Now they do have some like pretty nice little capsules inside of here too, like Tile Dominant S, for example. These can't be purchased on the player shops, unfortunately, but these are really nice because these transfer at 100% success rate with just one capsule. Now, inside of the prize listing, there's actually a lot of really nice stuff that got revived in here. There's definitely some things in here that I need that I didn't get a hold of previously, so I'm glad that some of this stuff got revived, so it's going to be a little cheaper for me to try to pick up on. Some of this stuff was actually really expensive, so some of the stuff that got revived, like these sneakers, for example, these things was like 20 mil or something like that before they revived, so I would expect these to get a little bit cheaper maybe throughout the week. It's kind of hard to say, but definitely a nice little scratch here, so keep that in mind. You might want to go through here and add some stuff to your wish list and just watch it throughout the week. So this week we do have another Arks record ranking going on. So if you open up your menu and then you go to personal, then the Arks record, then random challenge record, you can find right here it's the Drees and Plant board stage 1. Now, it's always a good idea to do one run of this, that way so you get yourself a participation reward of the Arks Record Badge 20, and if you do really good, you might possibly get silver or gold getting even more of those record badges. Now, in turn, it's always good to do one run per ship if you have your characters on other ships, because it's actually an individual ranking reward per ship. So you could actually go and just do one run per ship, and you could get those Arks Record badges per ship, and then you could use those for the weekly star gem trade on the off ships. That way so you can get even more star gems without having to worry about using the badges on your main ship, because the star gems are actually tied to your entire account. Now, the way that you would find this is it's over in the Dreesen plant. So if you open up your world map, you can find it right here at this Ryuker right here in Dreesen plant 2. And it's actually right in front of the Ryuker is where you would start it via this little terminal right here for the field race. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.